welcome to Under 10 Fitness. Today's workout is a little bit of yoga, and for that, the very talented Julie Myers, personal yoga instructor, is going to take us through some yoga. We'll get started here in just a second.
All right, I'm Julie Myers, certified yoga instructor, here with Drew, and we're gonna get into some yoga. We're gonna start in child's pose. So you're gonna come onto your knees, bringing your knees a little bit wider than your hips. Press your hips back towards your heels, stretch your arms out in front of you on the mat. Forehead may come all the way down to the mat, maybe not. Just taking a moment here to pause before we begin. Taking a moment to bring your awareness into your breath. Utilizing the breath throughout the practice to keep us present and focused, aware in our bodies. We'll be using Ujjayi breath, which is nasal breathing. We call it Ujjayi breath in yoga, and it's in through the nose and out through the nose. As you inhale, you're going to draw that breath down deep into the belly, and then long exhale through the nose. So just creating a rhythm here with your breath. And as best as you can, maintaining that breath throughout the practice today. But so on your next inhale, you're gonna press up onto your hands and knees. So coming into a tabletop position, your shoulders will stack over your wrists, hips will stack over your knees. Good thing about reaching your tailbone back, crown of the head reaches forward, so you're creating a length in the spine here. So nice. Good, so we'll start moving with some cat and cow. As you inhale, you'll drop the belly, the heart and gaze will reach forward. And as you exhale, you'll draw the belly button up and in, pressing the ground away from you and creating some space here between the shoulder blades. Good, your next inhale will take the belly down, gaze will reach forward, heart will reach forward, the tailbone can lift a little bit, and your exhale will be cat pose. Tailbone will drop, let the crown of the head hang heavy. You can just start to move with your own breath here. So finding a rhythm from one movement to the next, using the breath to take you through each movement. Good, so just working some flexion, extension in the spine. Starting to prep the body, warming the spine to prepare for our practice. Good, so just take one more round. Good, and then you'll find a neutral tabletop position, just like we started. Good, so your belly button is pulling up and in, so think pulling that lower belly up and away from the ground. From here, you're going to extend your right leg behind you on the mat, and then keep the ball of the foot rather on the mat. Take a moment, or on the ground, yeah. And just take a moment here, palms underneath the shoulders. Hips are square, so you're thinking the right hip right in line with the left. When you inhale, you're gonna lift your right heel in line with your right glute. So you're just gonna lift that leg up. Really nice. Good, so just reaching out here. Toes pointing down, crown of the head reaching forward. You're gonna take a big inhale breath. And when you exhale, you're gonna draw your knee and nose together, meeting in the center. So you're finding that cat-like spine. Good, your inhale will re-extend, reaching the right leg behind you. And your exhale, you're gonna draw that knee in towards your nose again. Good, inhale, extend. Exhale, pull it in. Good, inhale, extend, last time here, and then taking your right knee back underneath the right hip. Good, from here, extending your left leg behind you, ball of the foot will stay down to start. Take a moment, leveling off the hips, so left hip in line with the right, belly button up and in, and then lift the left foot in line with the glute. Good, as you inhale, you're thinking length through the body, and as you exhale, knee to nose, draw it in, finding that cat-like spine. Good, inhale to re-extend and reach. Exhale, draw it in. Inhale, extend. Exhale, hug it in. Use the core. Good, inhale, extend. And then exhale, left knee comes back in line with the left hip. Good, from here, you're gonna walk your hands about 1.5 handprints forward on the mat. Tucking your toes, lifting your hips up and back. It's downward facing dog. Good, so once you get here, taking a minute to set this up, there's a soft bend in the knees here. The feet are hip width distance apart. Good, you're really pressing into the full surface of your hands, so spreading the fingertips wide and creating a little space in the shoulders here by wrapping the triceps back and around. Good, and from here, just finding some movement, dropping one heel and then the other. Just feeling this through the calves and hamstrings a little bit, just allowing them to warm up here. Good, and then coming back to a still downward facing dog. Again, lifting the hips up and back, reaching the tailbone high. Belly button still drawing up and in. There's a soft bend in the knees here. Your inhale will take the gaze between the hands, so look forward. And your exhale is tiny steps, feet to hands, coming to the top of the mat. So taking your time. Good. And then coming into a ragdoll position. So ragdoll, the feet will be about hip width distance, maybe a little bit wider, and there's plenty of bend in the knees here. And you're just allowing your head, neck, and torso to hang heavy. You can grab opposite elbow here, creating a little more traction for the spine. And then start to shake your head yes and no. Maybe wiggling side to side here, just thinking, releasing tension along the back of the spine. Good, and then coming back to center, fingertips towards the mat. And then making sure the feet are directly underneath the hips, so you may need to come in just a tad. Your inhale will bring you up just halfway, so fingertips will come to your shins. The crown of the head will reach forward and the tailbone will reach back. So fingertips to your shins. You're thinking active through the shoulder blades, pulling them down towards the spine, reaching through the crown of the head. Heart is reaching forward as your tailbone is reaching back. Forward fold, exhale, come back down. Good, another one just like that. Inhale will bring you up just halfway, looking for a nice flat, long spine here. Hinging at the hips, and then forward fold, exhale. Last time, just like that. Inhale, bring it up just halfway. This time shifting the weight a little more forward into the ball of the feet. Good, and then forward fold, exhale. Good, this time as you inhale, you're coming all the way up to standing, so really press the feet down. Your inhale will bring you all the way up, finding mountain pose. So palms facing forward, feet are directly underneath the hips. And starting from the ground up, think pressing your feet down as the arches lift. Quads are engaged, so you're thinking pulling your kneecaps up a little bit. Belly button drawing up and in, and then drawing the tailbone down just a little bit to find some length in the spine. Good, and then shifting the hips directly over the ankles. So think lateral outside of your ankles, hips in line with the ankles, shoulders in line with the hips. The shoulders and neck soften as the crown of the head reaches top. Good, as you inhale, sweep the arms up and overhead. It's extended mountain pose. And as you exhale, hands will come through heart center, forward fold, hinging at the hips. Flat back to bring you all the way down to forward folds. Good, inhale, come up just halfway. And exhale, folds. Good, inhale again, extended mountain pose, rise all the way up. Arms come up and overhead. This is our sun salutation, what we call it in yoga. Hands come to heart center, forward fold, hinging at the hip. So nice. Inhale will bring you up just halfway. And exhale, fold. Good, last time. Inhale brings you all the way up to standing extended mountain. Arms reach up and overhead. And then exhale, hands through heart center, fold. Nice. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Good, inhale, halfway lift again. And this time as you exhale, plant your hands down to the mat, step your feet back. You're coming into a high plank position. So it looks like the top of a push-up. Shoulders will be over the wrists. Think reaching your heels back, tailbone reaching back as the crown of the head reaches forward. So really active here in the core. So Drew looks really nice, hips in line with the shoulders here, but he's thinking belly button up and in. So he's almost thinking front of the hip bones here, drawing towards the lower ribs. So there's almost like a crunch action in the core here. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Good, one more inhale here. And then your exhale will lift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Really nice. Good, let's do that one more time. High plank, inhale, shift the weight forward, shoulders over the wrists. And then exhale, bring it back, downward facing dog. Good, this time as you inhale, your right leg will lift up and back. It's a 3-point downward facing dog. So you're looking for a square hip, right hip in line with the left, and you're thinking pulling from that right inner thigh. Full breath in, full breath out. Good, one more inhale here. And as you exhale, step your right foot up for a low lunge. So you're thinking right foot towards the right thumb. You want the knee directly over the ankle. So if the foot didn't quite get there, you could try again or just scoot it up a little bit. Bring the palms back a little bit underneath the shoulders and think lifting your chest off your thighs a little bit. Back leg is strong and active here. So nice. Good, when you inhale, press down through the feet and come up. Crescent lunge, shoulders will stack over your hips. So the back heel is lifted here. Toes, all 10 toes facing forward on the mat. Good, reach the arms up and overhead. So here you're thinking the right knee behind the ankle or right in line with the ankle. Kneecap pointing towards the second and third toes. Soft bend in the back knee to start. Think drawing your right hip crease back a little bit, tailbone drawing down. We want length in the spine here. Front ribs may want to flare out a little bit, so think hugging them back towards the spine. Shoulders soften down the back. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Good, your inhale here will find you a little more length. And your exhale will be warrior two, spinning the back heel down, keeping the right knee over the ankle, and opening your hips and shoulders to your left. Good, so here the back leg is strong and straight, pressing into the pinky edge side of the foot and the big toe mount. Right knee still over the right ankle. You may need to think pulling it out towards the pinky edge side of your foot, and you're scooping that right hip underneath you. Belly button towards the spine, shoulders relax. Good, energy reaching out through all 10 fingers. Full breath in, full breath out. Good, this time as you inhale, reach the right arm forward. And then exhale, extended side angle, right forearm comes to the top of the right thigh. Left arm reaches high. So the legs stay exactly the same. You want to stay low and committed to that lunge. And you're thinking lengthening through this entire left side body. Big breath in. Full breath out. Good, this time as you inhale, it's reverse warrior. Right arm will reach up. Left hand to the left leg. Little to no weight in this left hand, using the core to stay lifted here. Staying low in your lunge. Take a full breath in. And a full breath out. Good, one more inhale here. And your exhale, cartwheel your hands all the way down to the mat. Step back into a high plank. And then press the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Take a moment here, full inhale. Full exhale. Good, so same thing on the left side. Your inhale will lift the left leg up and back. Taking a moment to square the hips. Reaching strong through that left foot and pulling from the left inner thigh. Big breath in. And then exhale, left foot, left thumb, low lunge. Good, you may need to wiggle that forward a little bit. Sometimes it helps to wiggle the right foot back too. Good, so thinking active through the back side body, strong through the core. Your inhale, it's crescent lunge. Press down to lift up. Shoulders come over the hips. Arms reaching up and overhead. Good, so setting up our foundation first, working from the ground up. All 10 toes are forward. Left knee over the left ankle or just behind it. You're thinking pulling the left hip crease back and finding length by drawing your tailbone down a bit. Shoulders relax. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Good, one more inhale here. And your exhale, it's warrior two. Spin the back heel down, opening up to your right. Back leg strong and straight here. Pinky edge side of the foot pressing down. Checking in with that front knee, making sure it's not coming in towards the midline. So you're thinking scooping that right hip underneath. Really strong, so nice. Reaching out through the fingertips, staying long, tall through the crown of the head. Full breath in and a full breath out. Good, one more inhale here. Exhale, maybe come a little bit deeper in your lunge. This time as you inhale, you'll reach the left arm forward, coming into extended side angle. Left forearm to the left thigh, right arm reaches up. So you're staying strong and committed to the lunge. Legs stay exactly the same. And you're thinking length through both side bodies here. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Good, your inhale will be reverse warrior. Left arm will reach up, right hand will reach back. Left hand reaches up, little to no weight in the right hand. Back leg stays strong and straight and you're committed to this lunge here. So hugging the left shoulder into the socket. Full breath in, full breath out. Good, one more inhale here. And then your exhale, cartwheel your hands all the way down to the mat. Step your left foot back, coming into a high plank, and then press the hips up and back, downward facing dog. It's a full inhale and a full exhale. Great, so from your downward facing dog, bringing the knees back down to the mat, hips back towards the heels. It's child's pose. Take a moment here.
And thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed this workout. Again, I'm Drew Smith. This is Julie Myers. If you want to find out more about Julie, you can find her at under10fitness.com/Julie. Again, I'm Drew Smith. As always, remember, stay motivated.